Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan, also the North Central Chaplain for Broken Chains, JC. Good morning. So glad to have you here. Today is May 10th, 2024. And I got a gnat flying around me, so if you see me go like this and swipe it away, it's because it is driving me insane. It tried to fly in my coffee earlier, so that's why I'm irritated. Anybody ever had that problem? I know, I'm off the rails again today. It's a pretty common thing with me if you haven't figured it out. I get distracted really easily. I have no idea why God picked me as a pastor, but I am grateful for the fact that I get to be here. Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning, Christopher. Good morning, Victor. Good morning to the rest of you that are here. Today is May 10th, 2024. We will be looking at Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 18. Proverbs 10 verse 18 says this: "The one who conceals hatred has lying lips, and whoever spreads slander is a fool." You know, God and I have been talking a lot over the last several months, and not that we don't talk on a regular basis anyway, because when he finally got a hold of me and started getting me to understand that my relationship with him was about my love for him. You know, Jesus said the two greatest commands are love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. If you do the first one, you'll learn to love yourself. If you learn to love yourself, you'll learn to love your neighbor. And as I was spending time and have been spending time, God is drawing in to me and pressing in the fact that in all my relationships, all my life, everything I've ever done has been about a transactional relationship. It's like a barter system. I will do this with the expectation that you will do this. And that's how I've lived my life. It's always been the barter system. I chase after the thing I want, and I figure out what do I have to do to get it. And that's the way the world operates. That's the way I was trained, and that's the way you were trained to live. We do that in every relationship, at work, with our children, with our parents, with our spouses. Men and women, I need you to hear me in this. Your sex life is probably based on a barter system. We don't know how to love without having a transaction involved in it. As I was reading this morning in verse 10, it says, "The one who conceals hatred has lying lips." And I realized something. When we have a transactional relationship, we have a relationship of hatred, because it's all about me and what I want and what it's going to take for me to get what I want. And that's been a relationship, and my relationship with God has grown tremendously, but that's been my relationship with God for many years. And I know that that's not the relationship God wants. He said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, all your soul. If you're doing that, you're not having a transactional relationship. You're making God first. And if you make God first, you'll learn to love yourself. And if you learn to love yourself, you'll learn to love others. We can come up with all kinds of plans, all kinds of ways. We can do all the right things, quotation marks around that, and still only be having a barter system relationship, whether it is with other people or it is with God. That's concealing hatred. That's having lying lips. We're not doing it because of the altruism of our heart. We're not doing it because of the goodness of our character. We're doing it to get what we want. When we don't get it, we get frustrated. Things come out of our mouths. Whoever spreads slander is a fool. I think Solomon understood it. I don't know that he lived it perfectly. Neither do I. Clearly, I don't do it perfectly. But I want to learn more. I share my brokenness with you because I want you to know that, like you, I get to grow. But I'm grateful for the lessons God teaches me day in and day out. And I hope you are as well. Today, let's talk to God about what it looks like to love Him without an expectation. My entire life has been about the barter system. This revelation over the last several days has been tremendous about all my relationships. I woke up this morning praying to learn to love Him without a barter system. And of course, I always pray, the harvest is plentiful, the workers are few. Lord of the harvest, send out workers. I share with you because the expectation is today you'll share with someone else. Whatever it is that God's talking to you about. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.